Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mabinogi, where we are in the other world. Um, so Leah is in the voice chat, so she can hear, but she's muted so she won't be talking. That said, we have to search for other life, and well, as you can see, this place looks pretty barren, but there is Dougal over here. So let's get the tree out of the way so that will let me click on him. The young man is of medium height with sandy hair down to his shoulders. His eyes the color of ash. His legs seem to be bothering him as he is shifting his weight onto the wooden cane in his right hand. His well-defined chin, serene eyes, and lips convey a handsome charm, but his eyes seem dry and desolate. I see that you're not from around here. Well, I'm the last human around these parts. It's pretty lonely. I don't like to talk about why I was left here. What? You think this is Tir Na Nog? The legendary paradise Tir Na Nog? Ha! Ha ha ha! Look at this world. It's a barren wasteland ravaged by the Fomors. Why would I have a leg like this and live all alone in paradise? This is just another world that the Fomors have claimed. Since you're here, take a look around. Who knows? You might find what you're looking for after all. I see that you're not from around here. I'm Dougal, the last remaining human here. I was pretty lonely. It's been a while since I've seen anyone. Why am I left here alone? It's complicated, but I didn't stay behind because I wanted to. Okay, this is the exact same dialogue that he said before, but just like slightly worded different. This is Tir Na Nog? You mean the legendary paradise Tir Na Nog? I didn't expect you to hear such a foolish statement from you. Look, if this truly is Tir Na Nog, the world where sickness and death doesn't exist, why would I have a leg like this? I think this is a glitch, because that's literally the same dialogue, except just worded different. Oh well. Also, this town just turned into a wasteland after being invaded by the Fomors. Probably heard a false rumor somewhere. I'm sorry, but this isn't the place you think it is. This is just another world that has become the land of the Fomors. Since you're here, take a look around. Seriously, this is the same thing. Okay, now suddenly skips on to a whole... I think there's some kind of bug here. You've come. I was waiting for you, because you're not from around here. I thought that losing the freedom of your body might end up getting you into big trouble. True, nobody but your party can help you in here, even if your life ends and you pass away. When you can't move, you return to your world. I do think you have to endure that fact, only because you are a human of another world. I've called you because a good plan has come up. Do you know about the added soul phenomenon? It is the phenomenon where the spirit doesn't go away from one's body. Thought maybe if you were to use this trick, you could let your spirit stay near here. Yes, if your spirit does not go away from your fallen body and stays near it, there wouldn't be such a thing as having to resurrect back from the world you are in, even if you were to lose the freedom of your body. But dealing with spirits is also a dangerous thing. With the slightest provocation, you can turn into one of those zombies behind the graveyard. So I'll have to see if my thoughts are correct. If you knock down the spiritless zombies, I will measure the added soul phenomenon that happens around the zombies and see if you can resurrect in this place. What do you think? Would you like to give it a try? So, I do remember this, and I seem to recall this was glitchy and bugged out. I think it has to do with the revamp that they did in this, because last time I did this, I remember that I did this quest here. I killed one of the zombies. I'm not going for the zombie, the ancient over there. I think I'll just kill this zombie here. But I remember, like, I killed the zombie, and then it's like, you have to kill another zombie. I was like, you have to kill 5 zombies for the exact same reason, you know? I was like, what the crap? We'll find out when we talk to Dougal over here. If he tells me to go do it again and talks about the soul phenomenon, I'll be like, yep, okay, that's right, that's weird. So, I just remember that this was glitchy. Just as a thought, you can tether your soul to your body in a healthier way than those creatures, of course. I just need to transfer some of my power to you. Don't be afraid, you can trust me. There, you should be able to revive yourself now. Yay! So that gives us the ability to resurrect. Think... Yeah, because that was the Tir Na Nog quest. I think it's going to randomly give me a quest here in a minute to do that again. It looks like I don't have to go do it. It looks like we can go this way and tackle the dungeon. Whoops, I'm walking into a wall. Sorry. But as I've been saying on my Minecraft thing, I forgot to turn on my timer. That seems to have become a regular occurrence for me. It's just like, hey, let's start the episode. And it's like, oh, I didn't turn on the timer. Like 20 minutes into the episode, and it's like, I don't know how long I've been going. That's alright. I think when I do Minecraft again, because I think when I do Minecraft again, I'll do a different format than what I'm currently doing. So I haven't gotten the quest back from that yet. So maybe they fixed that bug recently. I don't know. I know his dialogue was all kinds of buggy. So, alright, so we have to come in here and find the black orb, which is what he gave us the small green gem for. Drop that here and into Albi Dungeon. So, first thing you'll immediately notice, there's no goddess statue. So they really aren't kidding when they say there's no way to revive here. I think that you can return to the beginning of the dungeon if you die, but I think that's like the extent of it. I don't think you can, like completely, like you can't revive at like a checkpoint or whatever. Basically, if you die, you have to either hope somebody can revive you, because of, you know, party members, hope somebody else that you know has an advanced feather, or, you know, you have to start over again. So, it's a bit of a punishment, but at the same time, this is also not meant to be done by just one person. As the quest showed, you are supposed to have 3 people for doing this. Leah says, I won't let you die, rar. So, that said, oh, one thing, I think I have something, I think I have the sound lowered. No? Yeah, no, I did. I want to turn up the BGM volume while we're in this dungeon, because this happens to be one of my favorite Mabinogi tracks. The final dungeon, whatever you want to call this track. It plays a lot, usually in the final moments of a generation, so. And like I said, one of my favorite tracks from the series, so I definitely like this track. Oh, hey, orb room. All right. So I think I said this before. If you hit orbs, you can get the treasure chest keys, but I'm not really looking to do that, because there's a lot of like chests. I don't know what I just tried to say. Like, so I'm not aiming for the treasure chest rooms. So I'm probably not gonna bother. Like, I know I picked up a treasure chest key, but it'll fade away when I leave the dungeon. So it will be fine. Oh yeah, neither of us actually has a doll, I just realized. That was... I assumed I was gonna hit at least 2 of them. That did not. That's it, I am whopping these guys real easy. Definitely did not think it would be this easy. Boom. Boom. And we do have Leah here in case things get hairy. I know that the boss is probably going to be hairy. Because the bosses... Second one might be more difficult. Yeah, like Leah said there, things might be a bit more difficult on the second one because That second dungeon, whew. I mean, not only is it long, like the dungeon is long, because 5 floors, but also the bosses, the enemies and the boss are kind of difficult. Unless you're guild member Mixio. I was running him through this dungeon just a couple days ago, actually. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and fight the final boss by yourself. And he's like, oh, okay. And so he just walks up to the boss and just 2-shots it. I'm like, well, that wasn't as entertaining. I was sad. I was like, well, that's unfortunate. I was expecting to sit here and watch him do this big fight with the boss, and nah, he just walks up and 2-shots it. It didn't even get a chance to summon in like its minions or anything. I was sad. I was like, well, that's unfortunate. Why do you have to be so OP? It's funny because he was doing Generation 1, but he was already like level 1000. I'm like, how do you get to level 1000 and not have done it? I suppose my friend and now guild member, actually, because she recently joined the guild, Amsadel, she mentioned the other day, she's like, yeah, I've never done any of the generation quests. I'm like, you're like level 4000 and you've never done any of the main storyline? What the crap? Like, oh my god. I guess some people just don't do the main storyline, but I don't know. I like story in my game. So, and some people just do trans stories. I like the stories. That's true. That is true. I know, like, when I was playing World of Warcraft, I had this one person in the guild, and I still don't understand how he managed this. I do this dungeon all the time, never get tired of it. But I was playing World of Warcraft, and well, no, I guess I can understand it mostly now that I think about it. But like, I was talking to this person when I was playing World of Warcraft, and they're like, "Yeah, I've never done any of the quests." I'm like, "What? You've leveled up to a level 100 and you've never done any of the quests? You just LFD all the time." I'm like, "Okay, but you can't LFD until level 15. How'd you LFD?" How do you just level up to level 15 and never do any of the quests? Like, wouldn't that mean you do a lot of just grinding enemies? Maybe. I don't know. Because unlike Mabinogi here, you don't get experience for, like, doing professions. That is one thing I like about Mabinogi. It is possible to level up entirely based off of what they call life skills, professions. Like, you could level to level whatever just entirely by doing that, because they do in fact give experience. But in World of Warcraft, that's not a thing. I'm just like, how do you level up and, like, get anywhere in the game and never once have touched a single quest? Like, I don't know. I like story in my video games. I guess I don't understand when people play video games and they don't get into the story. But I guess, you know, and this is a personal thing, so don't feel like, you know, I'm saying, oh, if you don't like story, you're bad or whatever. No, I'm not saying that. Like, this is just a personal thing for me with, like, speedruns as well. Like, I've seen people speedrun, say, Ocarina of Time, and just like, you know, Zelda's always the first thing that comes to my mind when I talk about this, but like, people speedrun Ocarina of Time, and I'm like, except that the reason Ocarina of Time is good and people love it so much is the story. Why would people speedrun it? You know? I don't know. But like I said, don't feel like I'm saying that something's bad or whatever just because, you know, you don't pay attention. Whoop, that's dead end. Like, you don't pay attention to the story or you don't care about a story. I've seen some people say that. They're like, I don't need story in my video games. Just let me kill things. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. I like me an adventure game. I like me a story. I like my video games to, the story the best. I don't know, I guess that's one reason I don't like a lot of the open world games is the fact that they have, most of them have some kind of story, but they're meant to be played without really focusing on the story, and I just, I've played, good example of this is Skyrim. I've played that so many times and never gotten anywhere in the story, and it's usually because I can't find the story. I'm sitting here running around trying to find where to go for the story, and it's just like, what the... And so I've never beaten Skyrim. I've never even gotten far in Skyrim because I just could not find the story because it was so open world. Yeah, there's a million side quests, That's the other thing with open world games is that there's like a million quests, like Leah just said. So it's just like, I want to play the game. Please, game, let me play you. I want to play the game. I want to understand your plot. Why do you make it hard to know plot? Here's a million side quests that you can do. They're completely optional. Oh, hey, let's do those, I guess, because I sure as heck can't figure out where the main plot is. I don't know, like I said, that's just one reason I don't care much for Skyrim. I know that it's supposedly like the best Elder Scrolls game, but I've tried both Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind, I think. Morrowind I couldn't even get started because I literally started the game up, was playing it, and I got so confused on character creation because it's so robust. I think my brother-in-law put it best when he said the thing about Morrowind's character creation is you need a guide just to get through it, and even that is still only the first hour and a half of the game. It was certainly true, it felt like, because I definitely remember doing the character creation in Morrowind and being like, what does any of this even mean, and how do I... I never got anywhere in Morrowind. I enjoyed Oblivion at first, because it was like, oh, you're in a prison and you gotta escape the prison and such. I was like, oh, this is cool, And then you get out of the prison, and I could be completely wrong about this, it's been so long. Maybe this isn't Oblivion I'm thinking of. But I got out of the jail or whatever, and you're supposed to go somewhere, and my brother who introduced me to Oblivion was like, yeah, you just follow the arrow. I was like, okay. So then I followed the arrow for literally an hour and a half, just walking straight. At least that's what it felt like. Maybe it wasn't. But I swear I walked for an hour and a half and did not... oh, there it is. I was like, wait, where's the black orb? It's like, did I put down the wrong item? But no, here it is. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Broke the seal and received the black orb fragment. Okay. Usually it's behind a chest when I do these. Yeah, usually it's over in that corner, but it was not, and I was very confused. I'm like, where is it? Did I do the wrong dungeon? Pretty sure that was the right dungeon. Because, I mean, you can drop any item on here, to get into, varying versions of the dungeon, so. You know what? My timer says I've still got a minute, but I think I'm just going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we will have the finale of Generation 1. Not the finale of the series, but the finale of Generation 1. Out of 21, 22 coming out in a couple months. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist so you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you later.